hope you're all doing fine. Back again. Today we're going to learn on how to work with grids, and I'll show you how to place columns and how to place walls and how to make slant columns and slant walls, as well as how to make or design columns that uh, come from the highest floor level to the basement of the ground, a continuous column that does not break within floors. So this is our working area again. We are currently under story 1, and in order to work on this, remember last time we were under building setup, now we came to modeling. Here under modeling, I'll go to this part here. You have a single grid or you have an orthogonal axis generator. The difference is that this is if you want to create a single grid, while this one is once you want to create a grid system in both x-axis and y-axis. Now to start here, I will start with a single grid. Once you select this, you'll get this prompt here. The axis label will be A. It is visible if you select this one, it will be visible in the current story. Now we have not yet created anything, that's why you cannot see the length or the angle. Now the insertion method here, we have 3 types. You have this one, the first one, which this is the single segment axis insertion, which will be a straight one. We have a multi-segment insertion axis, and we have a curved axis insertion. Now this one is the normal one. Please ignore this. This is the interval in which my work has been saved. Now this one is a single segment. For example, if I click anywhere, I have to click 2 points, maybe in there. There are 2 ways of doing this. You see here, you see along the span here, L. This L there is changing. Now it is 2500. If I just continue going to the right, the numbers are increasing. But if you want to insert the length there, you will press on your keyboard Shift and F2, then you insert the number. For example, I'll set 400 for 4000, then I hit enter. If I click enter, it will lock the span or the length of the line into 4000. So whenever, if I put it in maybe the y-axis, the x-axis, or at any angle, it will still be 400. Even if I go to the right, it will lock it to that point. So maybe if I select here, remember, if also you want uh, to make your line straight, you can press under control. If you press control, makes the line straight. Okay, I press control. Once I left click, there you have it. Okay, for that is for single segment. Now if I come to this one, as I said, this is the curved insertion. This is a case where you have curved beams or any type of curvature in the structural layout of an architect. Then you have to use this one. I'll show you how to do it. Again, you have to click somewhere, click 2 points. You see, you can either drag in the positive direction or the negative direction. So again, in order to get the curvature, you are going to insert this length there, with the length which you are seeing it in a bell color. Again, if you press Shift F2, the length is 2000. Press enter, and so press enter to give a curvature of 2000. Remember, most of the time these kinds of curvature, they'll happen whereas you already have a grid somewhere here. So maybe if, like, at this point here, I want to create a curvature at this point here. So what I'll do, I just select here and here, and I extend this. Maybe it's a cantilever slab or what. Then I Shift F2, I enter 1000. There you have it. Okay, Now going to the multi-segment. The multi-segment is another type of grid in which the grid works in a way that in case you have a you have a building that has a lot of corners, a lot of curvatures. So maybe your grid is going to along the x, then along the y, along the x back again. So it's like a zigzag. So maybe I start here along y, I go down along. I was along x-axis, now I'm along y, again along x-axis. If I'm done, I just right click, and there you have it. See, it's a multi-segment. You get segment 1, segment 2, segment 3. That's what it means. There's an example. I'll reference a drawing later on, and then I'll show you if you can how you can use this kind of a segment. Now, after finishing this, I will close. Remember, once you finish modeling anything, you close. And currently, what is in here? What is in here is the will be the last operation we're doing. This is the one which will be highlighted or selected under a green color. So if I'll change this, maybe if I go arrow up, it will take me to E. If I go down, it will take me to D. So if it takes me to E and then I press update, it will change this to E. You see? Or if I put any number here, it will just change it. Maybe I say E1, I say update, you see E1. Okay. Now once I'm done with this, I'll just close to finish that operation. Then I want to show you about the orthogonal axis generator, which is the common one, which we have in your works. So this, I just select all of it and press delete. As I told you about this, this new input, I told it was the filter here, quick filter. So now it is telling me what do you want to delete. Just access, because it's the only thing that I've created. Then I press OK. Now we are going to create the orthogonal axes. To get the orthogonal axes, you can press here, or you can come here and right click and then say orthogonal axis generator, or under building setting out, you press here. Once you've pressed that, it will ask you here under the command that pick the reference point on the lower left of the axis group. So when I come here, I'll pick somewhere. Once I pick, I'll get this prompt. Now it will tell you this is called an orthogonal axis generator. The reference point is at this point. That is where we have selected here. The insertion angle is 0, 0 degree. There's no angle. If you put the angle, if you put an angle, a degree here, maybe 30 degrees, means your building will be under that under an angle of 30 degrees. Now we have direction 1 and direction 2. The direction 1 is the direction along the y-axis. Along the axis, it means the grids are going to go along the y-axis. While the direction 2 are the grids that will be going along the x-axis. So the label under direction 1 will be A, and the label under direction 2 will be 1. The axis extension means is the length that will extend beyond after intersecting both in x and y axis. I'll show you this ones I've already created. Now, under axis spacing, I want you to concentrate here. See, this will be automatically placed. Maybe the span is telling us to be 5000 mm into 3. This star here, if you've already used Excel, you know that this means multiplied into 3 times. It means that we have 5000 into 3. We have 5000, 5000, 5000. If you want to put another span there, you have to use a comma. So maybe I put comma, let's say 3000. You're using this case here if you have spans that are similar. If you have maybe you're in your building, the spans are similar, maybe they're going for they're going into 4000, maybe for 3 spans, then that's why you put 4000 into 3. If all your spans are different, then you have to delete this and insert every span differently. 4000, 3000, 2000, 1000. Okay, and direction 2, assume that maybe, and add 2000. Okay, after doing that, we can press OK. You see, as I told you before, direction 1 is the direction along the y-axis. That's why you say you're going along the y-axis, A, B, C, D, along the y-axis. You're going this way, going upwards. And direction 2 is the direction along the x-axis. You're going towards your right. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now remember, when I was creating direction 1, I had selected them using comma, means that I had different spans. Here you have 4,000, 3,000, 2,000, 1,000. Complete all of it. The building is in set on 10 meters center to center. Again, under direction 2, I left that 5,000. It means that the first span, the second span, and the third span are similar, while the last span is 2,000. It can be either ways. 2,000 can be here, 5,000 can be at the endpoint. So over there, when you're placing, you would have placed 2,000, comma 5,000 star 3. Okay. Now that is all about creating grids. Next, we'll work uh, on how to model columns. Thanks for listening.